Hello and welcome back to Flow with Andy. I'm Andy and today we're going to take a nice easeful flow. Couple balancing movements in there, but it's going to stay nice and chill. I'll meet you down here on the mat, maybe grab a pillow or some blocks, get your comfies on, and I'll see you soon. All right, we're starting in extended child's pose today. So big toes to touch, knees to the outside corners of your mat. You're going to bring your forehead down to the mat or block. Arms are extending out above our head. Now to get a little bit more comfy in this position, we can always bring a pillow or a bolster or even some blocks underneath our seat to prop up our hips. We can also bring our hands to the outside corners of our mat and or bend our elbows if we'd like to. Give ourselves some space to breathe. Once you get nice and comfortable where you're at, check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? Noticing the answer as always, honoring where you're at, and then releasing what doesn't serve you. Send it down into the earth. Let the earth take your worries and anxieties away. Come to this present moment. Turn your attention towards your physical body next. Are you holding that tension somewhere? Is it in your shoulders? Maybe dropping one shoulder and then the other side to side. Are you holding it in your glutes or your hips? Allow them to ease back towards your heels. Release that tension. Send your heart and shoulders forward towards the earth. Relax your facial muscles. Unclench your jaw. Next time you inhale, look towards your hands and walk those hands over to the right hand side of your mat. Option here to stack left hand on top of the right. You'll feel it in your side body. Send your breath there. Allow your heart to go towards the earth still guiding those hips back towards your heels. Create space in your side body. Elongate up through your fingertips. Inhale, look to your hands. Walk them back to center. And then exhale, second side. Option for right hand to stack on top of left. Guide your heart forward. Breathe into that side body. Inhaling, look towards your hands. Come back to center and exhale, release back into extended child's pose. Take one more round of breath here. Inhale, look to your hands. Start to scooch up your mat a little bit, coming up and over your feet. We're coming into boat pose, so find your balance. Knees point up towards the sky. We can skim our toes on the earth here if we'd like to, grabbing the backs of our thighs. Now we're going to start to shift those legs up. Eventually our shins are going to become parallel with the earth. We don't have to get there today though. Now we can keep our hands in the backs of our thighs. We could bring our hands to the backs of our seat, to the back of our seat, or we can allow our arms to float up by our legs. Find your breath, engage your core. Shoulders are easeful here. We don't want them crowding our neck at all. Locate your right foot, bring it underneath your left. That foot will come up by our seat. Option to keep our left foot in our midline or to guide it all the way to the outside of our right leg. Now if our hip is picking up, bring that left foot back into your midline. It's okay. Take your right arm, option to wrap around our knee, hugging it in, or to bring that elbow to the outside of our knee. Palm faces towards the outside of our mat. Nice spinal twist here. We can sprinkle our left fingers behind us, or we can push up through the earth, elongating our spine. We want our head to go towards the sky. Now we can stay here in our spinal twister. We're gonna take that right hand, grab it onto the left foot. I like the blade edge, but you can come to the sole of your foot. We're gonna start to pick that foot up. You can elongate your leg a little or a lot. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Option to keep those left hands sprinkled on the back of the mat or to come into a balancing pose. Palm faces to the outside of the mat. Exhale, bend your knee first. We're coming back into boat. Shift your chest to your midline. Bring up your right leg. Find your balance. Find your breath. Shoulders easeful. Locate your left foot. It's coming underneath our right this time. Bring that foot towards your seat. Plant your right foot in your midline, or you can bring it to the outside of your leg, whichever one's best for you. Take your left arm, wrap it around that right knee, or bring that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Palm faces to the outside of the mat. Right finger sprinkle behind you or press into the earth to help elongate your spine. Find nice long inhales and exhales. Option here. We can stay in our spinal twist, or we're gonna grab our foot again, left hand to right foot. We can elongate our leg a little or a lot. Again, release expectations for it to be completely straight here. We can keep our right finger sprinkled. We can add the arm up to create a balance. One more inhale. Exhale, release into boat pose. Find your balance. Chest back to our midline. Left leg floats up. Find your breath. Facial muscles relax. Core is engaged. See if you can elongate your legs a little or a lot here. Find your balance. And exhale, release gently. Come up and over your feet. We're coming into tabletop position. Wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Find your breath. We're coming into cat-cow. So on your inhale, curl your toes under, drop your belly down, chest and tailbone lift up to the sky. Find length in your arms and exhale, tops of the feet to the mat. Round your spine, bring your belly up towards the sky, tuck your chin. Inhale, curl your toes, bring that belly down, chest and tailbone lift up to the sky. And exhale, tops of the feet to the mat, round your spine like a cat at Halloween. Again, tuck that chin. And then find a couple more rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Maybe close your eyes, notice what you need today. Maybe you'd like to stay in cat or cow for a few breaths. Maybe you'd like to pick up the pace or slow it down. Maybe you'd like to rock front to back, side to side. Just notice. Maybe it's different than what you usually do in cat-cow. One more round of breath here and we'll meet back in tabletop. Inhale, bring your hands just a step forward. We're setting up for downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, tailbone comes up to the sky. Find length in your arms, push away from the earth, look to the back of your mat. Maybe you pedal out your legs, you can keep a nice bend to your knees if you'd like to. Maybe you pedal it out, maybe you say yes and no with your head. Notice what feels good in downward facing dog. No matter where you're at or what you're doing, find your breath. Inhale, look to your hands, and we're gonna walk our feet up towards the front of our mat, coming into a forward fold. We can keep a nice generous bend to our knees here if you'd like, and the crown of our head is melting down to the earth. Find your breath and do what feels good in a forward fold for you. Maybe you like to grab opposite elbows or the backs of your legs. Maybe you like to bend one knee and then the other. Just notice. One more round of breath for yourself. Soft bend to the knees. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, slowly coming up to standing, rolling our shoulders down and back, fingertips float up to the sky. Exhale down your midline, pause for an inhale at heart center. And exhale to Tadasana. We'll take a sun breath here as we inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, come through a flat back and all the way to forward fold. Inhale, rise up, flat back, hands to our shins or our thighs. Soft bend to the knees, exhale, spill forward again. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise back up to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, down your midline, pause for that inhale at heart. Exhaling to Tadasana. We're gonna practice our balance, so pull your weight into your right foot. Inhale, left knee comes up, arms up above your head. Flex your foot, find your balance. It's okay if you step out of it, come right back into it. If you're like, balance is not for me today, keep your toes grazing just the earth. Find length in your arms. On your next exhale, step that left foot in front of your right. Bring your arms behind your torso like you're holding a beach ball behind your back and start to bring your chest forward towards your legs. Outside of the feet should be facing each other here. We're gonna feel it in the outside of our legs, maybe in our hamstrings. As always, we don't have to get far. Release expectations. Inhale, rise back up, one-legged mountain again. Left knee comes up, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Cross your left leg over, figure four. We can stay here practicing balance, or we're gonna come into figure four chair. Sink into your right leg. Weight is in your heels. Shift your hips back like you're sitting in that chair. Keep your hands at heart center. Breathe into your hip. On your next inhale, rise back up, arms up to the sky, one-legged mountain, left knee up. Exhale, step out of it. Inhale, second side, shift your weight to your left foot, right knee comes up, arms up above your head. Foot is flexed here, maybe you let your toes skim the earth. Find length, reach up. Exhale, step that foot in front of your base leg. Arms come behind your torso. Chest comes towards the earth. We don't have to get far again. On your next inhale, rise back up. Come back into one-legged mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift that right leg to the figure four. We can stay here, figure four chair, and sink back. Weight in that heel. Breathe into your hips. Shift those hips back like you're sitting in your chair. Find your breath. It's okay to wiggle or wobble or even step out. Come right back into it. Inhale, lift up to the sky. Exhale, step out. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, spill forward, plant your hands, step or hop back to a plank position. As we exhale, we're coming down as one unit. You can use your knees if you'd like to. Exhaling down, elbows stay by your ribs, coming to our belly. Right arm comes out to the side, right cheek down to the mat. Keep your left hand underneath your shoulder. Bend your left knee, flex your foot, and then bring your left leg over your right. We're coming into a chest stretch. You're gonna feel it across the side, the front half of your body. Maybe left foot comes down to the earth, maybe it doesn't, and that's okay too. Find your breath here, ease into the earth. Exhale, release, come back down to the mat. Bring your right hand in underneath your shoulder. Left arm's coming out long, left cheek down to the mat. Bend your right knee, flex your foot, bring that right leg over your left. Nice chest stretch on the second side. Again, your foot might graze the earth, it might not, and that's okay too. Relax your facial muscles and release any expectations and judgments that you might be holding. Exhale, release back down. Now we're going to just take a nice roll here. Bring your right shoulder underneath your body and roll onto your back, however it's comfortable for you. Bring your knees up towards the sky, and we're going to windshield wiper when we get there. Coming to a nice pause. We're going to elongate out that right leg. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, bring that left knee over to the right-hand side of your mat. Left arm comes out long. Option here to look over at that hand if we'd like to. We can stay looking at the sky. Stay rooted in your shoulders. Keep them pressed into the mat. Find your breath. Maybe on your exhales you twist a little further. Maybe you don't. Inhale, come back to center. Swap your legs out. Bring that right knee in this time, left leg out long. And exhale, right knee over to the left-hand side of our mat. Right arm is coming out long. Maybe we look over at that hand, maybe we don't. Shoulders stay rooted regardless. Find your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Go ahead and come into happy baby. Exhale, knees to the outside of your torso, soles of the feet up to the sky. Try to stack your ankles in your knees if you can here. Keep your back flat on the mat. We'll grab the backs of our legs or anywhere on our foot that's comfortable for us. It could be the outside, inside toes. Pulling your knees down towards the earth. If you need some extra movement, sway side to side. Maybe you'd like to try to elongate one leg and then the other. Maybe you just find stillness and find your breath. One more round of breath here. Go ahead and inhale, knees to chest. Wrap your arms around them, and we're going to take our cleansing breaths. On our inhales, we fill up completely with air, sending it to our low belly. And on our exhales, we breathe all of the air out. It's okay to make noise. So go ahead and inhale. And exhale, release it. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release the air. One more time for yourself. Inhale. And exhale, breathe it out. This time as we inhale, suspend that breath. Hold it in. Bring your knees in a little bit more. Tuck your chin in. Hold the breath in your lungs. Maybe take one more sip of air if you can. And then exhale, release everything down to the mat. Release your breath. Come into a nice resting pose for yourself. We're coming into Shavasana. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body. Relax your facial muscles. Close your eyes. Invite stillness in and suspend the need to wiggle or move around as we release the tension down our bodies, starting with our jaw, unclenching it. Feel that tension wash down in a wave coming down our neck and throat first, then washing over our shoulders next, letting them grow heavy into the mat. Feel that tension wash down both of our arms, coming out our fingertips. Releasing the tension in our chest and belly next. Allow your breath to guide their movements up and down naturally. And then allow that tension to wash down your spine, past your low back and glutes. Moving down our legs and coming past our knees, past the shins and calves, through the ankles, out the soles of our feet and toes. Finding complete stillness and then inviting it into our mind. Notice if anything were to arise for you. Meet it without judgment. And then release it again. Coming back to your breath. Coming back to the stillness. Then eventually coming back to nothing at all. Except for just being. starting to become aware of your breath again. Feeling it rise and fall. Pausing the video if we'd like a little bit longer in Shavasana. Otherwise, starting to invite some small movements back in. Wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes. Rocking your head side to side, waking yourself back up. Maybe some ankle rolls and some wrist rolls next. And then taking a moment to do any other natural movements that come to your body. Maybe a morning stretch, maybe another spinal twist or two. Knee circles, whatever feels good. Eventually bringing our knees back in towards our chest. Maybe rocking side to side when we get there. Rolling to one side or the other. Bringing our arm underneath our head, finding our equilibrium again here in a fetal position. And starting to rise back up slowly but surely. Coming into a nice easy seat. Closing our eyes one more time if we feel safe and comfortable to do so. Rooting through those sit bones, elongating through our spine, shoulders down and back, elongate through the top of your head. Take one hand to your heart center and the other one to your low belly. Ground back into your breath. Ground back into the earth. Take a moment to be grateful that you made it to your mat today. Slowly blinking our eyes back open. On our inhale, bringing our arms up to the sky. Exhaling down and around, shoulders easeful. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale down your midline, pause at heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today with me. Namaste.